Hello folks, Tiso here, doing a guide for the day 3 of the boss domain event. This time we're fighting Maguu Kenki, but not the puppet himself, but the Cryo and Anemo clones. The clones mostly use attacks we've seen before, but I'll go more into details on that later. And since we are fighting 2 enemies at the same time, I want to get this over with as soon as possible. And that's why I will not be increasing any health modifiers. I'm planning on not taking damage on my main DPS, so I'm okay with taking all these modifiers that decreases my damage if I get hit. Now for the phantoms, each one have their own modifier. The Anemo one only shoots projectiles at you, but they are very hard to dodge if you choose one of these buffs. By default, he only shoots 2 blades that you can avoid with a single dash. However, if you choose one of these modifiers, he will shoot 4 to 5 blades and it makes it very hard to dodge. That's why I'm not going to pick any of these. For the Cryo Phantom, the Frost Drive is not that bad. That's his EI attack that he charges straight at you. His thrusts are very easy to see coming, so I don't mind increasing the number of attacks. However, I will not pick the third one since I don't want a cryo field around him. Most of the time, I'll be fighting him in melee distance and I don't want to be slowed down while close to him. And a lot of the other modifiers are what we've seen before. Don't buff the resistance of your main DPS. The modifier I did not pick is the one that reduces my attack. I'm okay with defeating both clones at the same time, but I don't want them to have more health and make this fight longer, so I don't choose the bottom 2. And for my team, I am using Yanfei as my main DPS and Xingqiu as a burst support. Bennett is there to heal and increase my damage. I also have Diona. She doesn't really do much for me in this fight, but she's really cute, so I'm adding her as moral support. And remember, you can use food in the fight. I have an offensive buff that increases my attack and crit, and a support buff that reduces the stamina for sprinting. I take advantage of the quick resets to get a very good opening. That is where I'll do the most of my damage. I group them together and use all my cooldowns to do as much damage as I can. Usually, if you start close to the Ice Phantom, he'll do 3 melee slashes and then the big AoE afterwards. Once you see the Blue Phantom pull out a second sword, run away. He's doing the large AoE and it hurts a lot. It also leaves behind a cryo field that does damage if you stand inside it. And here's the Blue Phantom's AoE slash, which is just like the regular fight with the Maguu Kenki. Stay away from the first slash and then go in for the donut AoE. You can also just stay really far away if you want to play it safe. Now the general tip is to make sure you have both enemies in sight, since you never know when the Green Phantom is gonna do his projectiles. And these are all the attacks except for the thrust attack that I'll talk about later. Here's the thrust attack from the Blue Phantom now. But since both of them are at low health, I will sacrifice Bennett to the thrust attack so I can group them together and finish them off. Thank you, Bennett. Your sacrifice was not in vain. Now I'll show you how to dodge the thrust attack. All you need to do is to wait for the white flash and then dash. It's pretty much the same as the regular boss fight. As long as you don't panic, you should be fine. And remember to keep an eye on both bosses since you don't know when the Green Phantom will be using projectiles. Case in point, I was trying to show the damage that the ice field does, and the Phantom ended up slicing me from off screen. Anyway, that's a short guide for this boss. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe if these videos are helpful, and as always, have fun out there, traveler.